Your nervous system is not broken, you're just overstimulated. That one sentence changed my life. Let me explain why it goes viral. Big insight plus empowerment. You know how sometimes you get a random panic attack out of nowhere? Or you feel overwhelmed and anxious all the time? Or maybe you struggle with insomnia or feel fatigued all the time. In our culture, we have a tendency to pathologize these experiences, labeling them as anxiety or depression or some other mental health condition. And then we might try to treat those conditions with medication or talk therapy. But what if the real problem isn't a chemical imbalance or something wrong with your brain, but something in your environment? What if your anxiety is actually your nervous system trying to protect you from overwhelm? When my daughter was born, my wife and I started to notice that she had a very difficult time calming down. No matter how much rocking or singing or shushing we did, she would just scream and scream and scream. We were at our wits' end and exhausted from lack of sleep. Then we took her to the pediatrician, who examined her and told us that everything was fine. Just let her cry it out, he said. It's good for her. But we couldn't do that. It broke our hearts to hear her crying and we felt helpless. So we took her to a second doctor who performed more tests and told us the same thing. She's fine. Just let her cry it out. Meanwhile, our baby was inconsolable and we were desperate for help. When our daughter was about 6 months old, we took her to a third doctor who tested her for food allergies and intolerances. Sure enough, she was reacting to dairy and gluten. Once we removed those foods from her diet, she became a totally different baby. She was able to self-soothe and was much happier. Looking back, I realized that our daughter wasn't actually a difficult baby who liked to cry. She was reacting to an overstimulated nervous system. Her little body was bombarded with pain from all the dairy and gluten that she was consuming, and she didn't have the ability to soothe herself. Our job as parents was to help her calm down and figure out how to do that. It took us a while to learn, but once we did, it changed our lives. As I dove deeper into this topic, I learned that humans have a natural ability to heal ourselves. Our bodies are constantly trying to restore balance and health. Sometimes we get in the way by ignoring our symptoms or trying to fix them with medication or quick fixes. But what if we could learn to tune into our bodies and listen to what they're telling us? What if we could become aware of our stress triggers and then remove or reduce those stressors? What if we could create environments where we feel safe and nurtured so that our bodies can do what they naturally want to do, which is heal? The truth is that most people have experienced a significant amount of trauma at some point in their lives. Maybe it was a car accident or a physical assault. Or maybe it was something less obvious, like growing up in a dysfunctional family or experiencing chronic neglect. Trauma comes in all shapes and sizes, and it can affect anyone. And when we experience trauma, our nervous systems get stuck in a state of overwhelm. We go into survival mode and our sympathetic nervous system gets dysregulated. The result is that we feel anxious, stressed, and unable to relax. But here's the good news. Our nervous systems are not broken. They're just overstimulated. We can learn to soothe ourselves and turn off that constant state of alertness. When we do, we start to feel better. We sleep better, too. We might even start to enjoy life again. That's why this message is going viral. People are looking for hope and help, and that's what this message offers. Hope and help. If you like that, please check out this playlist for more videos just like this one. And here's another one that you might like.